What's going on, everyone? This is Everyday How2s. Um, this is actually December 10th, 2023. So I just wanted to come on here really quick and show a few trades that I took last week. Just kind of show how some of these trades went, kind of my decision making behind it, some of my process behind it, and just show a little bit about what I was thinking. So I think one of the things that I tried throughout the week was USD CAD, and I was essentially back here. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. I was essentially back here at the time. Yeah, I was around right here at the time, and I saw we went into a little bit of a consolidation right here. I was waiting to see, if we would break out. I was mostly looking, kind of saw this was going in a downtrend at the time. This is on the weekly. I saw that it was going in a downtrend. I did see that we had a little resistance right here from when price had pulled back before. So I was just kind of looking at where we were coming down to, and I was kind of targeting this area here where I have this kind of blue line at. And then I look down at the daily. We're also kind of still moving in that direction for the most part. So down to the 4 hour, I think going down to the 1 hour is where I like to kind of cruise a little bit. Usually try to stay around the 1 hour just to really, after I kind of use the daily and the weekly to get a sense on where it's going, I try to look at the 1 hour just to kind of keep me in tune with where price is at. And then I kind of go down to maybe the 30 or the 15, maybe sometimes the 5, and see how, maybe I want to enter, see if I see an opportunity to enter. So this is hovering around here. I was looking for a short on this. And so let's go down to the 15 minutes. So I was looking for a short on this. So I was just looking for some signals, but really I just wanted it to break through here for the most part. And I think when I let it play out, it was kind of playing around hovering, and then it finally broke through. So I think this is where you can see my my entry here. I think I went right around here. Yeah, when it kind of broke through on that long candle. And I think I think what happened here is I was trying to get the most out of the trade. But like I said, I was looking at, where was I looking at? Yeah, so I had this area down here, but I was just looking a little bit more. Once I got down to like the 15-minute, I pretty much set this last, pretty much right here, this last, set this last low here. When it dropped down here as my take profit, I wanted to make sure I made it more realistic. Since this is just an intraday trade. And so once I got into the trade, I just set my take profit around this area, like you can see. But I was trying to make it like at least a 3-to-1. So I looked down at the 5-minute, and I saw that we did have a level right here where price went down. Originally, let me show you what I was originally going to do. Originally, I was going to set my take profit here where this last high was at, right above this last high. But I wanted to get a good, see, that would have brought me down to, pretty much a 1-to-1. And I didn't really want that. And I was looking at this last low as my take profit. So I tried to make a real tight, or a tighter entry. It's not really tight, but it's a tighter entry. So I had brought my stop loss down to here, which made it more like a 3-to-1. And so, I thought that was a good decision to make. Probably wasn't a bad decision to make. I do see I got a good signal here. What you call it? These the moving average lines did cross, but when it played out, it went down for a little bit. I thought it was going to continue in my favor, but it quickly, yeah, it went down a little bit. I think I went to bed that night and kind of left it working overnight, thinking, hey, maybe I'll get up the next morning and I'll see that it hit that TP. But as you can see, it ended up eventually pushing its way back up. Let me put it on the 15-minute because this is on the 5. Yeah, so it ended up pushing its way back up, and that's when it hit my TP and kind of left me looking a little bit stupid. Now, I kind of contributed this loss, though. I mean, again, I really want to take trades that are like at least a 2-to-1. I think really I should be taking trades that are more like a 3-to-1, but obviously you're not always going to get those. But I definitely don't think a 1-to-1 trade is the best way to go. It's not. I don't think it's enough risk, but I tried to comb it, try to put my take profit, my stop loss to where it would be more. And then you could see price broke there. I don't remember. Did it go down? Okay. It was still flirting with this. So this resistance was created here. But yeah, then you could see it kind of broke down a little bit, went up. I think there was some news. Yeah, there was some news right around here. So I think that might have influenced. Yeah, see, it would have took me out anyway. Yeah, it would have took me out anyway because of this news and everything that was going on. It was kind of getting crazy. So I'm not sure it's a whole lot I could have done on that trade. I do think I had a good entry there and I had a good stop loss there. I'm trying to think of anything that kind of gave me a signal that wasn't a good trade to take, but from what I could see, we were consolidating right here. I was moving with the trend. Felt like I kind of followed everything. So best I can say for that trade where I probably lost was maybe my stop loss was too tight, but like you can see, it ended up breaking my stop loss anyway. So I think that was more because of the news though. So this one's a little bit this one's a little bit wonky because I can't tell if I would have set my stop loss up here like I originally thought to do. Maybe if it wasn't for the news, I probably would have, maybe it would have continued down in that direction. So I can't say for sure on this one. So this one's a little wonky. So I'll take the hit on that one and just still, to me, I followed all my kind of rules I was looking for. I was moving with the trend. I seen some candle patterns that seemed to be in my favor, but that one didn't quite work out. So, and I had a few good trades throughout the week. A few good trades throughout the week. I'm just kind of showing real quick the ones that I think I missed and that I probably should have thought about a little bit more. I think this was another one. I think this was another one that I had in mind. I was looking at I was looking at this to kind of break this because I was going with this was still moving in an upward trend for the most part. And it had come down here. See my trend line coming across here? It had come down here. Price had come down and bounced and then broke through. And then it was kind of here at the time. It was around here at the time when I got some interest in this. So I was thinking maybe price will go ahead and continue to make its way. If you go out on the daily, put this down here, sorry. If you go out on the daily, like this is what price looked like. So I was thinking that price will probably continue to kind of bounce along this trend line, which it still is for the most part. But I was thinking it will still continue, and that I will see if I can catch this, see if I can kind of catch this resistance that was here when I went down to the 1 hour. Yeah, I was looking at the last time price was here and bounced down. And then you can kind of see here, it reacted a little bit here when price was coming back down. So I was looking at this level right here to say, hey, you know, maybe we'll break up, and since we were trending up at the time, maybe we'll break up and then we would hit that. So I had that in mind at the time, but I feel like I should have paid attention to this candle right here when you had this big wick and this kind of a big rejection right here. I feel like I should have paid attention to that and maybe waited to see if price broke above that to get into the trade. Because like you can see, it broke through. I mean, it went around right there. It kind of flirted with it a little bit right at the line, right at the level. It was right there. And then it started like shooting its way back down. And I think that's when it broke my stop right there. And then I think once we got closer to some news, which was coming up here, it also kind of got a little wacky. But it broke my stop loss. And I think I should have probably broke my stop loss before the news. So I think I should have probably paid attention to the fact that this wick was such a big rejection right here, or kind of signified a big rejection right here. I probably should have waited to see if we broke above that before I got in. So that's what I'm contributing to my error right there. Should have been a little bit more patient and saw what price does. So as we come into next week, I'm gonna look back at that again. Price got a little wonky here with the news. But I'm gonna probably put like a level right here, and kind of, if I see price, probably put like an alert right here. If I see price bounce back up this way, I'll probably jump back in and oops. I see price jump back up. I'll probably jump back up that way and see if I can get in. So that was a trade. I think there was one, let me see, one good trade that I did. Oh yeah, that was on Euro. So I think the news also kind of helped me a little bit, but I think we were still moving in that direction. I was about right here. Yeah, I was about right here. So I had gotten on this trade. Let me look what it was doing. So on the weekly, I saw that we were trending down, so I was happy with that. Trending down for a little bit these last couple of weeks. And I saw that there was a little kind of minor resistance right here, so I was going to try to shoot to get in on that. Yeah, right around here. So I saw that price was already moving on the daily. You can see all the momentum is going down. Yeah, and then on the 1 hour, this is where I was at. So saw that we had come here, and I think once we had bounced back up on this trend line, that's when I had got a little interest to get in on this trade. We had come here, bounced back. You saw that it respected that trend line, and then it kept teeter-tottering on it, but it was still going down. So I figured I would just try to ride it back down to this last resistance here, or when price reversed last time here. And that's what I did. I got in a trade. I set my stop loss right above, I think price might have been a little bit further back. Price might have been maybe right here when I got in. Because I think I had set an alert or something to remind me. But you already had kind of like these tweezers up here. You did see the moving average crossover. So I think I decided to get in somewhere here, and I had set my stop loss right at this last kind of high here, or when price started dipping down. And so I just kind of played it and see if it would go through. I set my stop loss all the way here. And it kind of just flirted with it a little bit, went down. It was still consistently going down. Then it hit my stop loss or nothing. But like you could see, eventually it went down, and then it kept going in my direction. And then, of course, when the news hit, it fully just dropped and hit my TP. So the news kind of worked for me in that wise. I didn't really plan to get in on a trade while the news was running, but I thought I had gotten on this trade the night before and thought that it would hit. So I left the trade open when I saw it was still moving in my direction. I mean, that could have been a bad choice, but the news kind of caught me. I may have been in the middle of work at that time, and then I think when the news caught, it just dropped. So that was a trade. I mean, I took it. It was a good trade, and learned some good things from that. So that's kind of how the week went. I'm just going to end it there for today. Just wanted to show a few things that I'm working through, and then I'll come back on a little bit later on with some more things I'm working on. All right, y'all. This is Everyday How-Tos, December 12th. I'm sorry, December 10th, 2023. So I'm gonna sign off. I'll take it easy, be safe.